again, I'm sticking to my prediction. I like the Celtics in 7 still. You know, game 5 is tomorrow night over in back in Cleveland. I look for Cleveland to be able to win that one. However, then it's going to shift back to Boston. That's going to be a must-win. They're going to tie the series up to 3-3. And then I really feel that they're going to pull the shocker and be able to beat Cleveland in 7. You know, Rajon Rondo, if he can play like that every game, we're golden. It might not even take 7, but that's a big if, because big bad LeBron James says, I'm going to shut him down. I can't wait to see Rajon Rondo run him rapid. I hope he does cover him, because guess what? It's going to take away from LeBron's offensive game. So again, my predictions: Lakers close tonight, Magic close tonight, Celtics in 7, and hey, get that cheering going, because it's Bruins in 5 tonight, going on to the Eastern Conference semis. Don't mean to be finals, excuse me, I made a little mistake there. One thing I do have to touch upon, I know they're the last thing on people's minds, are the Red Sox. They're coming off a 1-2 series against the New York Yankees. 2 of the games, they got blown out. However, they got another division rival in Toronto who are ahead of them. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say the Red Sox, sweep the 3-game series. Hopefully put some life back into these guys. Jacoby Ellsbury can come back. So, another Randy Cappin segment. Excuse me for my Freudian slips. I'm so excited about the Bruins tonight. Didn't know what I was really saying, but I corrected myself. Hey, go Bees. Back to you guys.
Welcome back to Sports Final Round. I'm Darren Spencer and co-host Jay Conley. Another great Randy Cappin from Randy McDougal in Vegas, the city that never sleeps. But the reason I left you guys in a little suspense of who they bringing back, Shocker, Bruins doings, what's the team we're going to talk about? We're here with Phil Smith, Bruins doings.
Obviously, Bruins 3-1 in the series.
Right.
Come on.
What's going on?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Let me get right to it.
Who else are we going to have? You're the one who talks and loves the Bees.
Love the Bees.
Let's get right to it. Everyone's saying tonight is the night they have to win. Your predictions, what happens if they stumble tonight, lose game 5? Woo! What's going to happen?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you 2 things. One, I'm wearing orange. Why am I wearing orange? This is in mourning of an original 6 team getting bounced from the playoffs tonight. And that original 6 team is Philadelphia. Not original 6. Beat it anyways. You're out of here. However, my prediction is this. The Bruins don't have to win tonight. They don't have to win on the road Wednesday night. They just have to win 1 more game in the next 3 games. Yeah, they got 2 at home. They're undefeated at home in the playoffs. Yeah. No way in hell. Snowball 0, hell 1 on this one.
And also tonight they are unveiling the Bobby Orr statue.
They already did.
You know, which is awesome. I'm telling you now, I would love to see this team tonight. Spank them 5-2. No questions involved. Yeah. Give them a break. But you tell you right now, I honestly got to say, the number 1 player for this guy throughout the whole playoff is Mark Recchi. That's all I'm telling you right now. The guy is a stud. He's a leader. He's playing so well. And that 4th goal the other night, Phil, with 30 seconds to go, he puts in. That's why I'm saying this team is just playing so well. I can't see him losing tonight at all.
Not only just that goal, the last time he had the power play goal when Chara took the shot, it bounced off Pronger's chest. He's in the right place at the right time all the time. He's 42 years of age. He's playing like a 25-year-old kid hungry to stay in the big time. And he is in the right place. The puck finds his stick, and he finds the twine. To his credit, those goals are short-angle goals. That goal that tied it up the other night to put it into overtime, beautiful. That's a short-angle shot. Boucher's pissed at himself because you can't give up the near post like that. Yeah. Recchi finds the twine. 42 years old, carrying this team.
Yeah. Now,
the other thing is everything's in place. I mean, it isn't just. And you know what? It's so weird that it wasn't supposed. If they swept him, this Bobby Orr statue is supposed to be unveiled. It was already set like 2 months ago. Yeah. It's just weird that it falls on this day. Yeah. It's 40 years ago today that goal happened. Everything's just points in the right direction. This baby's over.
Goosebumps.
But the only thing, and I'll ask Phil, he's a goaltender. Tuukka was human. last game.
You know what? Tuca's been a little soft in this
Right.
series. I thought game one, Tuca let up
That's
2
the
long-range
only-
shots that he doesn't normally
That's the
give up.
only thing that scares me a little bit here. He's come back to, he's getting a little tired. This is the most hockey he's ever played.
Well, also, you know what? The guy made some great saves in Game 4, right? The one Simon Gagne gave up, that was a great deflection. I mean, you know what? That you could see that ending that way because he came back and all that stuff. Is he good? The kid's he's probably the best scorer on that team.
Yeah, I mean, Simon Gagne, I thought that was a soft goal in overtime, but you know what? When the puck gets deflected and you're changing motions, it's tough to regroup, and sometimes you think it's going to be such a hard shot that you actually play it too well. You give it too much credit, like a great putt at the Masters. You give it too much credit because those greens are so tough. You give it too much credit, now you got a little hole, and they put it through there. This one, he did the opposite. He kind of played it soft. He didn't get his arm down in time. But you know what? I don't worry about Tuukka Rask. Tuukka Rask has had 3 or 4 soft goals in this whole series. Tuukka Rask is the reason that they're here because he's made some great saves. Kid stands on his head. Now, when we're talking about everything going in place, the Bruins, it's not like they came out like the Sharks when they were up 3-0 and lost 7-1 or 7-2 to the Red Wings there.
Yeah.
They came out and they forced an overtime. They fought back from a 2-goal deficit, fought back within a minute, got it to overtime, and hey, the bounces went Philly's way this time.
Yeah.
It was game 1 reincarnate. It just went Philly's way.
Yeah.
Now we're home. Now we're home.
That's why
Bobby Orr flying through the air pregame. We're going to see some great stuff. This one's ours to take.
That is the reason why I like this team so much. Because they did fight back in Game 4 to tie it up. It just shows you the heart in this team, how it's a total different team than last year. My question I want to ask Darren and you is this. Now that they're juggling the lineups on defense, they brought back Mark Stewart, who I love, but he's no offensive mind at all.
No.
Right.
They're pairing him up with Weidman. Now, do you see that as a problem, juggling around these guys, or would you keep the original? They had it set up. They had Weidman playing with Ferentz. They had these, Chara playing with, Horford. But now they're going to bring Seidenberg could be back. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, not to look ahead too much, but I don't think it does matter to this team. I actually think it helps them in the Eastern Conference Finals if they get past Philly, which I totally expect them to.
Yeah.
It might hurt them a little bit against Philly in the meantime while they're working on the transition, but I don't think it's going to hurt them enough. They've got the momentum. They've got the right stuff to beat this team one more time.
Yeah.
But then when we face a Pittsburgh or Montreal, which I think is going to be Pittsburgh along with everybody else, given that they have a 3-2 lead
want
coming
Pittsburgh.
home.
Me too.
But you know what? We play Pittsburgh. We're going to need the defense.
I agree.
Because look what Montreal's done with them. They forced them to 6 games and maybe 7 after tonight.
Yeah.
They have played solid defense. They've played the Bruins type of system with a trap, which is really what we're looking for against Pittsburgh to keep Sidney Crosby off the scoreboard.
Yep.
And if we're able to do that and keep Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby and then have hot goaltending from Tuukka Rask, that defense is going to prove to be more important than even, we haven't mentioned it yet, guys, but the Devin Krejci loss is a big loss for this team.
He's one of the best
Obviously, he was
players.
leading scorer along with Satan, but it's going to be trouble for them to not have that offense. However, if they play that trap system like they have and like Montreal has successfully, the Bruins have better offense than Montreal. I mean, Montreal has this one kid, Mike Komisarek, and Mike Camarillo, who has scored a ton of goals. They've got the twins there, and Gianta, and they've been playing well, but they don't have the offense. They really struggle. Yeah. They had 9 shots on goal going into the third period the other night, and they ended up scoring 2 and beating Pittsburgh. Yeah. The twins there, the Russian twins, have been a disappointment for them. I don't understand why they haven't been better in all of the playoffs. I think they're 2 of the better players on the Canadiens. But the Bruins have better offense, even without David Krejci and Marco Sturm. That Krejci is a big loss, but like you said, if we can get this defense back, if Seidenberg comes back, never mind Mark Stewart,
That's who I was
we're
gonna ask
better
about.
defensively.
Let me ask you this, Darren. We all want.
Tell Smitty, take a big
Yeah,
breath.
seriously.